Hi guys, in last video I showed you how to create your own DLL that you can use in Microsoft Excel, and today I'd like to show you how you can debug such DLL file. Okay, so let me just start with creating a new DLL file, and subsequently we are going to debug it. Okay, so let's get started. So as before, create new project. Let's call it debug DLL. Okay, not forget we have to choose this kind of project. Next, DLL empty project. Okay, and now just simply add new CPP file. Let's call it, doesn't matter how, for instance main. It's really not important. And now just simply type double as the return type, std call, which means that we are going to call this function from another application, which will be Excel in our case. Now we have to choose the name for the function. It will be, for instance, square. Okay, and the arguments, the input arguments, which will be double, reference to double, labeled as x, and this simple function will just simply return x squared. Okay, so return x times x, and that's basically all. Don't forget that we have to also add the definition file. Okay, so let's add new file and create new definition file, which will be named as def file dot. Do not forget to type the extension. Okay, def, and here we have to write library. The name of the function was square. Exports. This is just typical syntax of this definition file. Exports square. This just basically denotes the name of the function. Okay. The last thing we have to do is here that we have to tell the compiler that it must use the definition file. Here we type def file dot def. Okay, click apply. Okay, press F7 to build it. Okay, we are done here. And okay, now we will test this this function in Excel. So open Excel, go to VBA. You can either use this button or use the hotkey Alt F11. Okay, so here we are in VBA editor. Add new module and type declare function square library. This underscore means that basically we are continuing with the command on a new line. Okay, now we have to type the path to the DLL file. In my case, it's, well, debug DLL in the debug folder and this file. Okay, so copy the path and the name of the file. Okay, now the arguments, don't forget that we are passing the value by reference, or we are passing the argument by reference. Okay, by ref as double, and we expect to receive double as well. Okay, so firstly let's test this function if it really works. So x will be, for instance, 5, and however x squared should be 25. Okay, so square it works, that's fine. And now we are going to debug the DLL. Assume that we really have some values and the program is not behaving as we would expect, and now we would like to really go through the code and see what the VBA function here passes to the DLL. Okay, so firstly save somewhere this Excel file. I will save it here, debug test. Okay, let's close the Excel editor, and okay, and go to Visual C++ Studio, go to properties, and here in the command we have to adhere the path of Microsoft Excel. Okay, what it simply does is that it runs Excel. When you want to debug, the Visual Studio will run Excel, and it will be somehow connected to the function that is actually written over here. Okay, so let me show you. Okay, firstly go to program files, computer, program files, it's over here, Microsoft Office. Okay, and here we can see that this is the really core Excel exe file. Okay, click apply, and there is one more thing we have to do. I'm not sure where is it actually right now, but I think it's over here. Click to C or C++ and browse information, and select include all browse information. Click apply. OK, and hit F5 or debug and see what happens. Click yes, and new instance of Microsoft Excel opened. You can see it here, and what I'm gonna do now is that I'm going to open the debug test file and click Alt Ctrl F9. I forgot one more thing. Actually, you also have to add breakpoint to the function, and so again repeat it once again. Click or press Ctrl Alt F9, and here we are. We can see actually in the function, in the DLL function, we can see what values are passed to the DLL, so that we can debug it very easily. Okay, we know that the input is 5, which is really what we have in the Excel, and and we nicely see that, or what the function returns and what it actually does.